Miami Traffic American 4067 taxiing runway 26 left here with too much.
Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream. Today it's the 1st of February 2024, 3 minutes past 8 in the evening. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator in the PMDG 737 in the United States of America. We're here in Florida, Miami International. Local time is 4 minutes past 3. Flying to the Caribbean, we should say. We're going to Jamaica to Montego Bay. It's part of the SimWorld Update 16. We've got some nice scenery there as well. I purchased Miami scenery today from Latin VFR. It's you know, the interior terminals don't exist or anything like that, but it's the correct detailed airport. So I loaded up the stock one this morning. I was like, no, this is pants. The stock airport wasn't really detailed at all. So I just thought, you know what, I'll just buy this one, and it's not bad at all. First time I've ever used their scenery, so maybe I'll have a look at some more in the future. But yes, the whole idea of today's stream is to sort of test if I have any issues, because for those of you who watch my streams regularly, for the last couple of months, I've been plagued with Microsoft Flight Sim crash to desktop events. I've tried every fix under the moon, every suggestion from subscribers, members, from the internet and website. I gave up. So what I did a couple of days ago was a complete clean install. I uninstalled Microsoft Flight Simulator the first time in 2.5 years it's been on my PC, uninstalled all the add-ons, I've reinstalled it, and touch wood, everything now seems to be fine. And not only that, the menu is smoother, the map doesn't jitter around like it used to, the loading times are much quicker, the whole sim seems to be much smoother as well. So I really hope I've cleared the bug. I never found out what it was, and to be fair, it really wasn't difficult to do. I was really not looking forward to doing it, but I uninstalled it, reinstalled it. It saves all your profiles on the cloud, so all your settings for your joysticks, keyboard and mouse, and all I've done is reinstall the scenery in the PMDG 737, VATSIM, the AIG traffic as well, thanks to help from one of the mods, Domino Mocena, for all of that as well. It took me about an hour, not including the download time for the sim, but probably an hour's worth of work. And yeah, like I said, if you are having issues with the sim, may I suggest you do a clean install, because only from a performance point of view I'm noticing a significant improvement. Anyway, back to the sector. It's going to be around an hour and 15-minute flight time. I'll try and follow my operator's SOPs as realistically as possible, and once we land in Montego Bay, well, hopefully we'll land in Montego Bay with no issues. We'll have to see. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Steve M, an hour's not bad at all. Yes, it's nice flight time, and I saw your comment. Thanks. I looked in Discord and I've reminded myself how to retract the gear properly in the PMDG 737, the workaround you use, which I forgot last time. I tried it on the test sector as well, and yes, I've done about 10 hours of poking and prodding the sim. I stressed tested it the last few days. I even ran Microsoft Flight Simulator with X-Plane running together in the Builds A300 out of the Peerage East Midlands, and it didn't crash. I could personally cause a crash before. I can't get it to crash anymore, which is really, really good news. So anyway, hopefully, as I said, I've fixed the issue. Anyway, here we are. We've got a new livery. This is the Alpaca Airways retro livery from Bounce, one of our members. As you all well know, well, probably don't all know, Alpaca Airways is now an official virtual airline. You can join via New Sky. We have over 200 pilots who have joined. If you want more information, click !VA or have a look at the video description. Completely free to join via New Sky. We'll be using it today for our flight. Cool. So let's get the show on the road. Completely cold and dark. We'll jump into the cockpit now. I'll just fire up GSX. We've got a full load of passengers to Jamaica Montego Bay. This is a real world route flown by American Airlines, looking on flight radar, and you can see we've got all these fancy signs here. So chocks are on. We're due out in 23 minutes, so let's get the show on the road. So first things, I'm just going to fire up GSX here. Why is that command not working anymore? Of course. Why is it things never work when you stream? My command for GSX wasn't working. There we are. So request boarding.
Boarding requested.
And the crew are already on board. They'll come in via the air bridge today. As I said, we've got 189 passengers coming up. And I've already started the flight via New Sky. So if I bring up the app here, you can see the flight's up and live. Wow. What? I think things just don't want to work, do they? Yes, I would like to board crew. Let's put both. Yeah, so for some reason the New Sky application won't open up anymore, even though it's open. So looking for game capture. Yeah, it was working fine when I last tried it, but now it's not showing up. So you'll have to just take my word for it. The New Sky app is open, and we are logging the flight today. We'll try and get that working on route for the rest of the sector as well. But yeah, try a clean reinstall if you've been having problems in the sim. Right, batteries on, GPUs on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps we can pop on, landing gear lever is down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights. We then check all the aircraft documentation as well. Greg's up, worked in the test center. Yep, I checked everything, Streamlabs, the whole lot. I had it all running. New Sky app was opening. I was trying it all, but don't know why. This is a Streamlabs issue. Okay, so New Sky is open and running. I just can't get it displayed on screen. Good, we've got some electrical power connected to the aircraft, so let's check the squibs. 1, 2, 3, and it's gone very sensitive. And 1, 2, 3. Let's do the fault and fire test. So faults, we've got master caution, fault AP detector and overheat detector as well. Let's do the fire test. Fire warning, bell, light, engine overheat wheel well is illuminated. We can cancel it too. Excellent, onto the overhead panel. The emergency exit is armed. We'll push the attend button. Let's have a look at our sector here. So we'll get the sim brief flight plan. It's lovely weather. There's no events. You know what? Let's just take standard fuel today. So taxi fuel I've upped slightly because it is a huge airport. 20 minutes of taxi. The weather in Montego Bay, it's fine. Runway 07 expected. A little bit of a crosswind, but no inclement weather forecast at point of departure, en route or at arrival. So we'll take standard fuel, 6.4 tons. So we'll go down here. FS Actions fuel 6.4, and GSX should load the passengers automatically. So it's already done it. 0 fuel 858.8, which is 189 passengers simulated. So fuel's done. and the payload's on board, seatbelt signs on. You can see we've got 6.4 tons. DK says, hi Captain, finally caught a live stream, glad you're in here, hope you're doing very well. Steve, bound to be little things to get working again, but at least the major work is done. Yeah, the sim, fingers crossed. Issues you've been having do not inspire confidence for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Yeah, I mean, this is a brand new sim coming out this year, and I've personally been having issues. People have been sharing issues with me, some people had no issues at all, so I think it's very much specific on people's setups. But as I said, the sim had been installed on my PC for over 2.5 years, multiple updates, installing and reinstalling things. It probably had some dodgy corrupted file or something, but yeah, I don't know, it seems to be working. And also today, as I said, I did a test sector. I was in the hold for 4 hours with 16 tons of fuel. I went off and went about my day, came back, and it was all working fine. The main issue was when I went to external views, and I spammed this view with X-Plane running in the background, no problems at all. Perfect, so we've tested the attend button, flaps are up, which match the indicated position. Do a takeoff config warning check. Cargo fire test coming up next. Forward aft discharge, 2 green lights. Standby 2000. Gear pins are in. Gear extension doors closed and flush. Circuit breakers are all in here. Up to the up overhead panel. Voice recorder's on. Mac airspeed warning test. That's working. Flight recorder check is done. We need to wait a little bit longer for the stall warning test. IRS to nav. Circuit breakers are all in, and we are good to go. I'll just make sure GSX is actually loading the passengers. We can see the bags coming on board. Here are my passengers. There's a retired lady, someone who looks like he's ordering something he shouldn't be, and a man's just walked through all of them. Lovely. Oh, very, very sporting shirt. We've got one guy, his shirt is done up, and this guy is ready for a winter adventure. I love it. All our passengers coming on board today. Excellent. Right. I don't think there's any ATC here at the moment. Oh, this was new. When I logged on to... oh, hold on. Have I fired up vPilot? Yes, when I logged on to vPilot, there's no ATC, but it came up with this thing saying Auto ATC. There does appear to be no controller providing clearance at your airport. Please squawk 6665 for your IFR flight to Montego Bay. This will aid in your identification by any ATC that might be on later. Is this a new thing with VATSIM? I've never seen this before, but we'll set the squawk as instructed. 6665. And we'll go from there. Perfect. So we don't have any ATIS, but the weather, it's very nice here. We can go to electronic flight flag departure. There you go, no wind. Going to depart off 08 right here today, which is where they're departing from easterly here in Miami. 10 statute miles, few clouds, 22 degrees, 3006. Really nice day. Yes, had that before. Yes, Ed, I've never seen that before, which is pretty cool. Oh yes, what is going on in the world of Formula 1? Is this really true that Lewis Hamilton's going to Ferrari? Sky Sports pushed out this news, but crazy, it just doesn't make sense, but we'll have to see what happens. Yes, Rosie, not an omen we really want to have, but yes, we'll have to just ignore the fact that was instructed by vPilot. Anyway, that's all done. Now let's set the MFRA, so we'll put 1010 feet. Now if we do have a crash to desktop, it could be for whatever reason as well. It might not necessarily be all the issues we've been having, because based on how much I stressed my PC over the last couple of days, I'm quite confident it's not an issue with my computer. So yeah, I've not had a CTD yet since I've reinstalled Microsoft Flight Simulator. Fingers crossed. Yeah, move to Ferrari has been confirmed. Wow, where's that even come from? And firstly, who's he going to replace? Sainz, and who's going to take Lewis's seat? Who's the reserve driver for Mercedes? It's crazy. Bet he'll regret that move. Then again, the money he earns, maybe not. Well, I think he earns enough money regardless of who he drives for. But yeah, Sainz dropped. Well, where's he going there? Chidden, love to see you back at the PMDG. Really looking forward to seeing you test the new 777 when it arrives. Yes. Well, I won't ask for early access because I did email a couple of people at PMDG and I never got any response. So maybe I'll just have to wait patiently for the release of the 777. Let's continue with the setup. We've got the weather done and FMC, latest AirAx all installed. We are in Miami, so it's Kilo Mike India Alpha. GPS left. Miami. We'll request the flight plan. There it is from SimBrief. We won't load the fuel or zero fuel because I've set slightly different figures, and we've requested the flight plan. That won't take long to load. Oh, he's not moving until 2025 though. That would be very unusual, Blade, for him to announce a change of team whilst doing another year for Mercedes. That would be very unusual. Vettel out of retirement for Merck. Interesting. That would be cool. Route uplink ready. Load. Anytime today. There we are. That's in. We'll activate. Departures. 08 right. It's going to be the Guava 2. And it's the Ursus transition. And arrivals, we expect the RNAV 07, lean R7, and let's have a little look at Navigraph, see what arrival it could be later. So that's going to come. Oh my goodness me, what an arrival! I didn't do any of this earlier. I just went straight to a different point. So we're coming in via. Let's just have a look at the flight plan. It is. Where's the routing? Via Inari, so transition Inari, and then in via. Do you have Gaydon or Bimba? What's on the RNAV approach? Let's say via. Is it Bimba? Can't see any of these points here. This says via Gaydon. So where does that star terminate? Oh, there's no discontinuity. Inari. Oh, I'll select the Inari transition if there is one. There isn't. So we're coming in via Inari. Point will be interesting to see how PMDG do this, and then via Gaydon. I don't have Gaydon there. But that's not on the RMP approach. So it's probably in reality they'd route you via a Safa or something, but we'll execute that for now. We can fine tune that later on if we have ATC. Very good, so that's all done. Oh, I think that's boarding complete with GSX, so we can now continue on with the performance. 58.8 reserves for the flight plan. Our alternate is Kingston, the other main airport on Jamaica, and the fuel required is 2.4 tons. Cost index 30. We're at 35,000 feet today. I think I can press flight init request anyway to insert all this data. Could have saved myself a bit of time. No, Lando won't leave Merck, and he has any interest in staying there for a little bit longer anyway. I requested this a while ago. There we are, uplink ready, load. Pretty cool, that gets it all in. I like that feature. 390, no, the flight plan was 35, wasn't it? Yeah, 35 by Lepeg. I don't know why it suggested 39. Performance then, let's use the OPT. So performance tool, import from OFP, and actually import from aircraft. So our takeoff weight is 65,218, which is what we're expecting, and the weather's all in here, so we'll press calculate. Just want to make sure. Where's the flap setting? So yeah, let's leave it at optimum. Okay, it's gone for flat 5, perfect. So acceleration height 1,000 feet, so it's only DP2 flat 5, TO1 42 degrees, so TO1. So it's 24k, 42 degrees. You still can't do intersection departures, I don't think. 91.1 expected, 91.9, which is as expected because we don't have the APU bleed on. We'll start the APU now anyway. Perfect. So that's all in. Flap 5, CG's in. And CG 5.69, 5.69, and speeds are 39, 40, 46. Perfect. 46. Cool, set that like a boss. 5.7 units of trim. 24 degrees in Montego Bay. Yeah, is that quite warm for this time of year? I don't know. Or cold. Is that 91 value if you're still in the AP bleed on takeoff? Yes, as soon as I put the AP bleed on with duct pressure increasing, that value, 91.1, we'll see in the FMC, so 91.9. I'll show you when I get the AP on. Or the AP bleed on. Perfect, so that's done. Overhead panel, your dampers on.
Welcome.
Nav transfer display switch is normal auto. No fuel in the centre tank today. Check the spar valve. AP we can pop on the bus. It's all looking good here. Window heats we can pop on. That's all set. Packs auto. So if you watch the M1 here, 91.1, as soon as I put the AP bleed on. Oh, it's changed already. 91.1. Yeah, 91.9. So you see how it changes with the duct pressure. That's just as per the real aircraft. 91.1. Perfect. That's all set. 35,000 feet, sea level. Flight directors on. 5,000 feet stop altitude. I set the runway QDM and course before the start of the stream, which is set on the MCB. Order brake to RTO. Reset fuel flow. Trims are set. Radio frequencies are all set as well. Squawk is in. Perfect. Master caution. That'll be for the air conditioning and dual bleed. Right then, so what do I need to brief you? So here we are. Get everything disconnected soon. So we're on stand Delta 40. Just hide all this here. How do I get it to zoom into the plane quickly? There we go. So I'm going to push back here facing west and taxi out onto November. And then taxi all the way down here, November, onto Papa, or maybe cross over to Mike, and then depart off 08 right. Head over to the east, right over the city, or turn, I think, before the city, so great views on the left-hand side. The city's the Guava 2. Climb on runway heading 092. So we've got 092 to intercept the track towards Buller, then on track 183 to Mint, we've got 185, that's fine. Then on track 192 to Rum, 194, some slight discrepancy in the tracks there, and on track to Guava 154. So it's all coded, it's just a couple of degrees off the track, otherwise pretty happy. So on I've said, top altitude's 5,000 feet, which is set on the MCP here. So that's it, ready to go. Taylor, speaking on trim, why is it that the calculator or FMC gives you highly accurate figures, but the trim wheel has nothing in the way of guidance to set it accurately 5 point? Now, at my operator, we use what we call, what's the word I'm looking for? We presume that every single passenger weighs 84 kilos, when in fact they don't. And it calculates a stabilizer trim for you, which is 5.7 units. There's actually an allowance of 0.25 between the FMC computed trim and our load sheets computed trim. Honestly, sometimes you set your trim, sometimes you rotate, and if I put my yoke cam on here, sometimes you rotate, it's perfect, sometimes you rotate, it's very heavy, sometimes you rotate, it's very light. And these trims are very approximate trim values. They are ballpark figures. But they're well within a limit that's controllable. You don't have to set it exactly. You set the calculated trim value from the load sheet, but again, that's based off estimated weights for every passenger. So it's not quite rotate and pray, but it certainly works. My suitcase probably weighs 84. Now we presume every checked-in adult 84 kilos, and every checked-in bag 13 kilos. So yes, it's a very conservative figure. The average weight of a person is less than that. So when we calculate these weights in the FMC, usually the actual gross weight is probably, for a full aircraft, probably a ton or two less than actually what it is. So there you go. Perfect. So let's now request a deboarding. No, not deboarding. Push it back and departure. Ready? Oh, Yes, you can release ground power as you're moving with shocks and stuff as well. Please set parking brakes immediately. Yes. There's the jet bridge gone.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
There is the pushback man. He's got a... Don't walk straight for the tug, he's walked straight for the tug. That is a sporting moustache. We're being pushed by American Airlines today. Oh, Navigraph still up, thank you. We need a rotate and pray emoji, brilliant.
Departure checks completed. Bypass.
Lazy Gaming, are there rules or ranges for the average weight of a person? 84 kilos, but if it's a charter flight, you have different ones. If it's an international flight, it varies, but yeah, we just use standard weights. Yep, Bloodline, we've been talking about Hamilton going to Ferrari. Crazy news. Wet finger in the wind method. Oh dear. Anyway, how's the performance looking for you guys? This is a high quality payware airport. Oh, look at all the alpacas there. High quality payware airports, and it's silky smooth for me. Notice Fly Live is not displayed on the overhead panel. Just isn't working for me in Microsoft Flight Simulator properly. Never has, probably never will. Oh yes, I got an email from someone suggesting I don't use the lift tug because it does mess around, and if you watch me on that sim it looks really weird. Right, we want to be facing west on the ramp, don't we? Yes, nose right. I like this one because it says face west or east. Sometimes it says nose left or nose right, and you do need to think about that. Right, packs off, anti-coal on, parking brake, we can now release.
Release parking brakes, please.
I am impatient.
Commencing push.
There we are.
All engines clear.
Did you reinstall Jim? Brilliant. Perfect. Brandon, what does no flags mean when checking frequencies on the approach? It's any sort of flag, really. Altimetry error flag would be the most common one you're looking for. Oh, look at that. 2 minutes early, by the way. Always fly alpaca. Yeah, any other flags, altimetry flags, are if you're flying an RMP approach, anything that would sort of prevent you from flying an RMP approach as well. So New Sky is up and running. I don't know why screen capture's not working for it, but yeah, I'll try and get that working. I'll try one more time now. Source, screen capture, add source, New Sky, add source. Yeah, it's just not. It's just not liking it. It's just not liking New Sky at all. That's really weird. Okay, what I'll have to do is I can show you New Sky running here by sharing my entire screen. There you go. So New Sky's up and running there for our flight. We'll check the log later. Right, we better start some engines, haven't we? Starting engine number 2. We're on Unicom as well. Perfect. N2.
Please set
Oil
parking
pressure.
brakes.
N1.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Roger. Well, yes, it looks like the American is also using GSX with me. It just it's ridiculous, isn't it? What's happened to the engine sounds? They're very... Oh, helps if I put fuel in. Max motoring. Napping, my Microsoft Flight Sim reinstall yesterday took a total of 6 hours of gigabit internet. Yeah, probably not best to have done it. Wasn't it a Scenery World update? Probably everyone was downloading that, because mine didn't take that long. Yeah, cheers Taco Flopper, thanks for the advice. But you're quite right. Hey Mima, are you allowed to start pushback before estimated time departure? Yes, up to 15 minutes. Cycle out, monitoring 2. Really ridiculously high EGT in the PMDG. 6.3. 2 stable. Starting engine number 1. Very patiently waiting. Is he jittering his legs? Is he nervous? N2. Gadget Badger, every stream I lose faith that he's a real pilot. Brilliant. N1. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, I haven't used my soundboard for a while actually. The more soundboard sound effects I use, the less likely people will believe anything I say. He does need to go to the... You need to go to the loo. Right, what's still the most popular sound effect apparently according to the internet? Oh, it's still this one. Oh! There we go. That's what he's thinking right now. Brilliant. Start to get out. World train engine number 1, 2, very high GT, 2.6. That should be 400 degrees. 2.663, 1 stable. Right, and he wants to know that I've got 2 good starts. Oh, you can return to parking.
Cockpit to ground. Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Ah, very good. Oh, thanks for lowering me. And we've landed. Right, whilst that's all going on, I'll do my before taxi float. Perfect. Perfect. Flight controls, full forward, full back, left, centre, right, centre. Here comes the rudders, full right and full left. Recall, blank the lower DU, and then we'd read the before taxi checklist. Looks like he's got to go get the pin. Hopefully,
Tow truck disconnected.
still taxiing to this guy.
Bypass pin removed.
It's probably the Zebo mod. He's not doing any crazy
Left
wheelies.
is clear. Right is clear.
Perfect. So, I'm talking on, but very quiet. Yeah, it's nice, this scenery. It's just, you know, the Innie builds and the other devs and some of the ones have very... oh, it's been an accident. Some have very detailed terminal interiors. Oh, you showed me the pin. But this at least has all the correct landmarks. What was it? It was $15, I think? So I think it was quite reasonably priced. Anyway, he's blocking me, so we'll wait until he does his before taxi flow.
Pacific 1100, we're at Delta 48, we'll wait for pushback.
And he's going back to the crew room. Perfect. Don't you get tangled up your headphone cables? Yeah, Chris, did you see me getting tangled? Because I do get tangled. So basically, I've got my what do you call it? I don't even know what it's called. Let me turn on yoke cam, it's easier to explain. Up here is my headset cable, and this is my little volume controller. And yes, it was a bit tangled in the yoke. I'm just detangling it now, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Am I allowed to cross over this line, or do I have to wait until he's clear? This is like the manoeuvring area, isn't it? I don't know if this is would be strong enough for me to taxi over. Chris, you saw it happens to me a lot. Ah, yes. Rosie, I've heard decent things about Latin VFR series, less so about the aircraft. Ah, I don't know. But yeah, I found a GSX profile for it. It all seems to be working well. Luke, just wondering what field of view you're using. Explain. Hope you are well. Sending belly rubs for when you next have. I do have Jackie downstairs at the moment with my fiance. So yes, he'll get belly rubs as soon as I see him again. Right, I don't know whether to go over the line or wait patiently. We're doing great for time. All right, I'm crossing the line. I don't know if that's approved or not, but we'll cross over to November. Actually, you know what? I could do a quick shot right here to join November, and then we'll just carry on November in a straight line until we get to 08. Right, so let's release parking brake, do the config check.
Yep.
Every time they need to fix that. It's like a Formula 1 car revving the engine. That's how quick it is. Right, we'll cross over to the line.
We'll wait here. Waiting for the Victoria Papa aircraft to back out.
Perfect. Oh, I better Unicom this, hadn't I? Miami traffic, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, taxiing to 8 right via November, Papa. Perfect. Yeah, a bit some wonky taxi lights, but you wouldn't want to follow those in IMC or LVPs.
Miami traffic, American 2618 behind the taxi up.
Yeah, it's silky smooth ever since I've reinstalled the. Ever since I reinstalled the sim, it's it's running a lot smoother now. People having audio issues. Milan and Citizen F1. Okay, looks okay on my side. Sorry for boxing in there. No problem. No problem. Right, we'll do the before taxi. Before takeoff checklist now. So config we've checked. Flaps we have 5 green lights. Stab trim is 5.7 units set. Takeoff briefing. Pax auto bleeds on. V speed set for departure. 3940 46 set on the MCP. It's going to be the Guava 2 departure. Climbing straight ahead, right turn. It's an RNAV SID. Climb to 5,000 feet set on the MCP. NADP2. Engine hour SID will climb straight ahead. We'll avoid the city as best as we can, but then we'll go to 3,000 feet. So that's reviewed. How much of the cabin secure? There we are. Before takeoff check is complete, and I shall now turn off GSX. Taxi PMDG has a nice Mario Kart field. It does indeed. Where's my soundboard? Quickly! I think I've got it here.
Let's go!
Yes. Classic. Who did you guys race as when you played Mario Kart? I was always Luigi. No, sorry, not Luigi. Yoshi. Yoshi. Always like being Yoshi, not Luigi. Yeah, if you're getting any choppy audio, refresh the stream. Perfect, so no ATC here. I'm just going to have a look at VATScope, make sure there's no one on final. We're taxiing out, and there is no one on final. Looking all clear. There actually is an American Airlines flight just turning final from Tampa. God, I bet that they do a lot of flights a day. Peach, Princess Peach. Yoshi was always my choice as well. Excellent choice, Nakata. So we'll cross over to Papa. 8 rights ahead. We'll have to come back here because I bought the scenery. Right, he's on a very long final, so I can't see him either. So we'll do the. There's the whole point too. That's where you wait till your clearance, but there's no one there. Put the radar on. Transponder TRA. So MCP is set. Transponder TARA. Strobe lights are on. Landing lights on. Checklist complete. Perfect. So hopefully taxi on nice and smoothly. I for traffic, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, taking off 8 right. Alright, tokens in chat, let's go to Jamaica. Awful lineup from myself. Oh, come on, PMDG. Doesn't turn very quickly. Let me just get back on the centre line. 40%. Perfect. Stabilised. Set takeoff first. 91.1. There we are. Takeoff first. Set indications normal. Checked. Release forward pressure. Come by. I'm in the distance. Looking good. Oh, there's a fire truck about to enter the runway. Oh my god. Great. Unbelievable. I've got to turn off random vehicles, I think. Nice rotation, bit of a dead band as ever.
Positive rate of climb.
Perfect, gears up. No, it's like, just remind me how it is, that's it. Hell nav. There's the immediate right turn. Look at the view there. Let's get back onto the flight directives. Don't ever want to pitch above 20 degrees. Plug up. Flight directives, very sensitive in roll. But there's N1. Look out, yeah, what's going on with the flight director and roll? Very sensitive. There's the city ahead, look. I've got the SimWorld Update 2 installed. There's the speed trip system, flaps 1. Trimming nose down as we accelerate. Handle's okay, it's very sensitive though. And flaps up. Don't have Toby eye tracker on there, but look down there.
Miami traffic compact to
Yeah, buildings look quite stock here.
right, Miami.
Ooh, what building's that one in Miami? Not sure. Anyway, let's get on to the flight directors. Command A. And approaching 5,000 feet.
Miami traffic behind the
Vertical
departing
speed.
Alpha Towers, lining up runway 8 right.
Have to take off checklist. Gears off, the brakes off. Start switches off. Air conditioning and pressurization. We have 1.8 climbing slowly, auto and set. Reach the crew. There we are. I have to take off checklist complete. Very nice. Might have to try that Wi-Fi, minus 33%. And look at it's so much smoother, guys, since I've done a clean install. I mean, this is Miami City, high end, it's silky smooth for me now. I needed to do this a long time ago. It's made such a difference for me. There's the other departure, fantastic. I know you can barely hear me out there. Right, we best climb up to our cruise level. There's no ATC, so we'll go straight up to 3.5. Set VNAV, set standard, passing 4.3, flight level 350, after takeoff checklist complete. Fantastic. Gamer up to high, impressive work, thank you. Some questions please. Is it in real-time scale, 1-to-1? A trip of 4 hours would take 4 hours in sim. Also, unexpected events can occur randomly, or you need to program those in advance. Good question, Gamer up to. Guess you're new to simming. So yeah, it is a realistic flight simulator. You can run it in real time, which is what I always do. I don't use time compression during streams, but you can do. You can speed up the simulation rate. So if you wanted to do, say, a 10-hour flight, you can speed it up to it in 2 hours. But I like doing it, I think most people would agree with me, in real time, because that's how it is, how it works in real life. So, but yeah, it's a Microsoft Flight Simulator, simulate the planet, you fly around in it as you would do in real life. If you enjoy the graphics and the appearance and you've got a good PC, you might like Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you want more realistic handling dynamics and aircraft, the way they fly properly, I'd recommend X-Plane 12. Oh my god, we forgot Kevin, Home Alone reference. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm so happy. It's, well, I don't want to jinx it, but I obviously stream Microsoft Flight Sim a lot, and I've noticed an instant difference as soon as I did a clean install. Twist T0 could wish you could speed up in real time as well. Me too. Perfect. DH, does the throttle go forward by itself when you push toga button, or you have to push it? In the real aircraft it will move with the auto throttle engaged, but I pushed them up manually to sort of match what the auto throttle was doing in the sim. Welcome, and you see it's a simulation because the Earth is round in this. Have I got subscriber mode turned off or on? Hi Joshua, hey, what have you reinstalled? Have you done everything or just enjoying the clean wipe? Yeah, so I first uninstalled everything in Microsoft Flight Simulator first, so I ran through it and add remove programs. just uninstalled everything. So Navigraph, all the aircraft add-ons, which wasn't many, because I always do install things on a stream-by-stream basis. You know, GSX, whatever else I used. Then I uninstalled Microsoft Flight Simulator from Add Remove Programs. I went to the app data, made sure everything was clear of Microsoft Flight Simulator, a complete strip. Then just went back to the store, because I downloaded via the Microsoft Flight Sim store, re-downloaded it, and it's great actually, because you just load into the sim once it's downloaded, and it saves all of your profiles on the cloud. I didn't have to reconfigure anything. It was fantastic, because that was the thing I was regretting, but did some research online. But all your profiles stay exactly the same, your keyboard profiles, your peripheral profiles as well. And I just then reinstalled the PMDG 737, Navigraph, GSX, and the 2 airports and the world update. That's it. Let's do the pre-cruise check. So fuel, we've got 4 pumps, lights can come off, APU's off, pressurization 4.8 and set. Release the passengers, lovely day today, really cool. Pre-cruise check's complete, 121.5, monitoring. Perfect. Game Raptor. Oh yes, sorry. And unexpected events can occur, or you need those reprograms. So yeah, there's no unexpected events. We have live weather. So I always stream with live weather on. So if you fly somewhere where there's, say, a hurricane or some very strong or inclement weather, that will be replicated in the sim. But random events such as failures, you can actually program yourself. So in a number of streams of the PMDG, I've programmed random failures to occur.
50, 40,
and then when they occur,
30,
you know, I deal with them as
20,
realistically as possible.
10.
Thank you very much, Pastor Escobar, for your £7.84 donation. And
Just spent 4 months in Miami at the Boeing Training Center. Get me out of this place. How's the new home?
thank you very much, Pastor Escobar. Very, very kind of you. Pastor Escobar is a member of the channel. He is now a 737 type-rated first officer, and based in the US, obviously. And yes, congratulations with everything you've done there. And I've been here for a while, Pastor Escobar, so 6 months now, but settling in very, very well. Thank you very much. Oh, a message from YouTube. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffer. Is anyone here experiencing buffer? Everything's fine, internet's all good. Seems to be working fine. Josh, see, just a question around your ground school days. Did you ever feel like this is too much? I'm hating ATPL theory alongside the full-time job at the moment. Well, credit to you, Josh, see, because I did a integrated course where I didn't have the distraction of full-time. I absolutely respect you, and to anyone who has managed to study full-time, well, study for their ATPLs whilst maintaining a full-time job. That's tough, but I know people that can do it and have the capacity. I found, even being in a dedicated school, you know, did the 6 months intensive ground school. That was quite tough. So yeah, just hang in it, hang in there, keep practicing those questions, and you'll be fine. Good on you for doing all that. Yeah, just had a buffer. Thought it was the internet. Stream is good though. Yeah, just refresh it, guys, if there's any issues there. If you refresh the stream now, because I've cleared the buffer message, hopefully that will clear things up. I'll refresh it here. So carry on to 35,000 feet. Traffic descending inbound, I guess, to Miami on our left at about 18 miles. There he is. You can just see his contrail. We can see a couple actually. It's silky smooth right now. It's a pleasure to be flying in. So there we are, heading towards crossing Cuba. Onwards to Montego Bay. Touching down at 21:54. No more crashes now. You have to deal with buffer to desktop. Uh oh. Shepard, when will you live stream the landing challenge on Microsoft Simulator? It would be interesting to watch. Oh, crikey. Maybe at the end we can do an encore. Is this the new landing challenge in Microsoft Flight Simulator? I might do it as an encore. We'll see. Oh, dear. Trusted simulations. If you completely uninstall Microsoft Flight Simulator, you're going to lose all the camera views of aircraft installed directly into Microsoft Flight Sim. So make sure you back up those. Yes, you do that, but for me, I don't worry because it takes me about a minute to set them up. So I literally just went like that, saved them. But yeah, you do lose your preset views, but I've have mine set up, so you know, it works like I explained. Pilot boy, how would you change an arrival mid-flight? Great question. So let's imagine en route to Montego Bay we had a different star. You go to the departure arrivals page, arrivals, select star, and then there is only one star here anyway, the LENR 7, but you then select from the list your one and your new transition and execute. Luke, regarding RVR, am I right in thinking if it's not reported on the ATC, then it's not a factor? I might be incorrect here, but I think RVRs only be reported once an airport goes into LVPs. Otherwise, they'll give you visibility. But I'm not 100% sure on that one. I've only ever had RVRs reported when an airport's in LVP procedures. Pastor Escobar, what do you think about Scotland as a vacation spot? My wife and I are looking to vacation some beautiful parts of the world, Pastor Escobar. If you're considering going to Scotland, I'd recommend it. I'll have you know, I'm an 8th Scottish. My grandmother was Scottish on my mum's side, and when I became a captain, I was based up in Scotland for a year in 2019, and I did actually at the time consider moving there. It's beautiful. And about a couple of years ago, just under 2 years ago, I went up to a place called Aviemore, which I'd recommend you go to with two mates, and it was fantastic. One of the best holidays I've had in many years. So yeah, absolutely. Yes, and that was my next thing I was going to mention. If you do go, Mount 51 has some great advice for you. Take midge repellent. There's a lot of midges in the summer in Scotland. It's horrible. So depends where you go to, but there are a lot of midges. Walker, what's the difference between RVR, the visibility, and the meta? Aren't they almost the same? So an RVR comes from, what's the device called? I'm going to have to look this one up on Google. RVR recording equipment, and it stands for runway visual range, and it comes from a RVR. Oh, that's not what I want to look up. It's the name. It's a name of the device which reports RVR. It has a name. Yes, so basically it's special. That's the word I was looking for. Transmissometer, and that uses sensors and systems to detect ambient lights and things like that. Whereas visibility is more a. Well, I've got a friend that works. It's out at my local airport. I think they use literally visual reference points to work out the exact visibility. Transmissometer. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Deviation, love the physical switches in the cockpit, but is there a particular reason why they aren't digitalised like a giant curved screen? Well, in the case of the 7.3, it's 50 years old, but yeah, screens on the overhead panel. Is there actually any aircraft that have screens on the overhead panel? I don't know. I guess for redundancy. I mean, Elon Musk's rocket is all glass screens, isn't it? Don't know. Hello, Andrew. When are you getting that 2K monitor? I hope you've fixed the crash desktop issues. I think so, Andrew. It all seems good. And I've got a couple of weeks coming off of near the end of Feb, so that's when I'm going to get the monitors. I'm going to be really busy in the next couple of weeks, back to work this weekend, and then I've actually got a training course, my ground school for my training captain course coming up as well. So I'll be out of base for a week. So yeah, no streams for a week. Transmitter meters equals lasers. Simon Sandstrom, I hope you're doing well. How do holdings work in the 7.3? Will it determine entry sectors and timings by itself? It will do. Yes, you can simply insert the hold by going to the hold section, press next hold, select the waypoint you want to hold at, and it will completely work out what entry you need to do, and you can insert your either leg distance or timings, and it will do it for you. Yeah, Luke, would you consider 120 Hz? Yeah, the monitor I've been looking at is AOC one, which I've sort of saved. AOC 165 Hz, 27-inch monitor. I was going to get 2 of them. It's one of the best reviewed ones. Oh, annoyingly, the price has gone up on Amazon. We'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, the Samsung 1080p monitors I've had now for 5 or 6 years, they're doing fine, but I want to start streaming in 2K, and there's no point doing that if I have 1080p monitors. I enjoy it myself. Ooh, a couple of members joined there, and one's rejoined. So Joshua C, thank you very much for the support, joining as a member. Glad you joined the content. You get invited to our members only Discord. Hope you enjoy using the custom emojis in chat. And Lynn Anderson, I don't know if you've rejoined or you're just renewing, but thank you very much for your continued support as a member. Hope you're doing very well. Actually, should we put some sort of Jamaican or reggae style music on here? Hold on, let me look at the... I generally only play music in the cruise stages. Oh, this song's called Rabbit Reggae. What could possibly go wrong? Oh my days. It's quite good. What a bagger. Yes, not the most educational of streams today. Well, this is from Epidemic Sounds, the reggae music playlist. Yeah, once you've got 2K, you won't go back. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I could go 4K, but I just don't want to over stress the system, a PC, which I think you can run it, but you know, obviously want to. I think the quality of this is really good, and even if you're watching this on a 2K or 4K monitor, it still looks pretty good for you guys. It's sort of like a bit spooky, this music as well. Let's try this one. Wonderful. I'll just turn it down a tad. Mark Boyle, thank you very much for joining as a member. Glad you joined the content. You get invited to our members only Discord as well. Hope you enjoy using the custom emojis in chat too. There we go. Traffic up there as well. Very cool, all the traffic. They got lovely long contrails in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Flight Decker, what do you like and not like about the Max in terms of flying it? I've not flown. I very rarely fly these days. Once a month if I'm lucky, because I'm so busy in the simulator. So I've not actually flown the Max this year. But things I like, it is genuinely really fuel efficient, and when you're having to hold or have delays, it's noticeably better than the NG. It also climbs, takeoffs and land. It's easier to land and take off. No one knows why exactly, but it's probably something to do with new engines or something. I don't know. But there's something called elevator. What's called LAM, landing attitude modifier, which probably helps with the landing. Things I don't like: the engine starts. It takes so long on the leaps. It's about 2-3 minutes per engine, so you sat there for ages waiting for them to start. It takes a long time. Yeah, it's the future. We obviously know it's been plagued of issues again recently, yeah, my operation we don't have the plug type doors, so it's not affected them at all. But I have every faith in it moving forward. I enjoy flying it. Watch Netflix on the new screens. Joshua, I've just become a member. Am I missing something? Yes. Join to join the Discord. Yes. You should see on the join member page the option or the instructions how to join. If you're not sure, also go to Google, type in Discord, YouTube synchronization. Follow those steps there. Right, want to go. There's no traffic above. Well, there is actually. It's just ahead of us. Check. And top of descent will be in just under 30 minutes time. Can't actually see Cuba ahead yet. Ellie, you're going back to Toulouse in March. Oh, very good. Flying to Toulouse as well. Home of Airbus. Ah, very reggae. I live currently in a lay-by en route to Barnstable. Don't know where that is. The last question. Sorry to keep on. Not at all. What field of view? Oh, you did ask that, and I didn't ask your question. I think it's 105. I think it's 105 off the top of my head. Did you email me that or something, or comment on Insta or socials? I feel like I've read that already. Not today though, but somewhere else. But yeah, I think it's 105. Yeah, oh yeah, I can't play Bob Marley, I'm afraid, Steve. Just have to go with the the freeware, well, the Epidemic Sound reggae playlist. Oh, how so, Buster? When are we going to see your Airbus A320 skills again? I've not flown the Phoenix 320 in a really long time. I can't remember the last time I flew it. Oh, I'm skipping this song. This is not what I like. That's a little bit better. Yeah, we can fly the Phoenix 320 again. I've actually reinstalled it. So one aircraft. I did consider flying it today, but I thought, you know what, I was quite busy today, and I thought, you know what, I could just quickly fire. I installed everything last night. I did a test sector this morning, but left it in the hold all day, so it was holding for like 4 hours just north of Montego Bay in the external view, and no issues. I spammed the external view, internal view loads of times, no issues. Look, yeah, you did drop a message, but yeah, 105, and that's on a 20-inch curve. That's correct, 28-inch curve screen. Have you ever flown to Alaska in the sim, Heffer? Yes, I have. You might not know, but if you guys are also interested, I do have a map which I update almost every stream of every single live stream I've ever done. And you can see everywhere we've flown into on a Google Maps. It's had like 160,000 unique views. No problem, Luke. Take care. Yeah, Stephen, pretty good soak test. Yeah, that was just check all the temperatures were running, and I shared them with Romulus in Discord. They looked all normal, so that's good. I was quite confident there was nothing wrong with the PC. You know, I maintain it. It's in a position on the desk where it's well ventilated. You know, it's built by Chill Blast, and yeah, it was only in Microsoft Flight Sim I was having the issue. No other program I was running all the sim. And I clean out the dust every 6 months. Literally, take the fans out, brush them. I get the wet dry vac out. Literally, I've got a Karsha wet dry vac. It's so powerful. Gets every inch of dust out of everything. So pretty confident. Everything's running tickety boo on the PC for now. Best stop talking about it, because you know what will happen. There's Jamaica right ahead. Not Jamaica, sorry, Cuba. Didn't get my flight data sim out, Atlas out. Dear. good. I can't believe Microsoft are releasing a brand new flight simulator this year. What's actually going to happen to this simulator then? So is it just defunct? No longer going to be updated? What about all the devs that have made or are making scenery aircraft for this sim? I know it was talk about it being cross-compatible. But then again, if you think historically about Microsoft Flight Sim, one of the members, I was chatting in voice chat with Freckles earlier, and he made a good point. Microsoft historically have made new simulators every couple of years. You had Microsoft Flight Sim 2000, 2002, 2004, and then FSX, and then they just stopped. Oh, so 2020 will still be supported. So, if you're a dev, what aircraft, which sim do you make content for, third-party content for? Have you liked the map? See no Oshkosh though. You've not done that event. No, I've not flown into Oshkosh. Steven, having lots of Microsoft Flight Sim crash dots with the A310. Yeah, I did. I think some people have reported that the A310 is causing some issues. It's going to be supported for 6 more years, says Danny. Okay. Cat, I think they've come to the limits of what their code base can do. So they're having to like build a new platform from scratch, I guess. Yeah, I mean, of course we'll try it when it does come out. See what's what. There is Cuba ahead. Look at that. And this is the Caribbean World Update installed as well. Perfect. So just keep you posted because I don't have the overlay on today because it's not working properly. We should be touching down at 21:53 Zulu, so that's around 45 minutes from now. Our routing is taking us directly overhead Cuba, which we're about to fly over shortly, having left United States, Florida, and then right over to Jamaica. Montego Bay is on the northwest of the island. Alternate Kingston, is it? We've actually done a stream, I think, between the two in a Cessna or something. It's just off to the east. But, everything's tickety-boo here. I was considering this World Update was pretty good. There was loads of airports included. I think this is the largest one. Yeah, loads of little airports on the island. I might do a Microsoft Flight Sim group flight at some point to visit some of the islands in the update. Rosie, 2024 being designed to be multi-threaded. It's very exciting for performance. Now, is that where it uses all the cores or something? I don't know these things. Yeah, I think so, Steve. I'll definitely have both. Mike, I've not gone back to Microsoft Flight Sim once they abandoned it years ago, spent lots of money on add-ons. Once they knew there was a market, they suddenly woke up. Well, yeah, I think, well, I'm going to agree with you, you know. I think once they realise, and I think Xbox, as a percentage, what is there actually, when Navigraph did their survey, was there, well, I don't think that's going to be the most by service, because what Xbox user is going to actually use Navigraph? But what do you reckon percentage of actual Microsoft Flight Sim users are on the games console, the Xbox and PC? It's got to be much higher on the Xbox. At the end of the day, you must remember flight simulation for sort of stuff we do. Oh, wonderful. A TA. And an aircraft coming directly towards me. Let's see what happens here. What does this person do? Ah! That's an update. Where are you going? You're at the same level. Well, I can fix that. We'll go up to 3.7. Easiest way to update it is press that, execute. Well, actually, no, there is an easier way. Do that, then push out into vents. Let's see. Oh, he's disappeared. Well, we'll climb to 3.7. There's actually traffic behind me at 3.7. block him. Interesting. Someone did a loop in the sky next year. Wonderful. Yeah, they said there have been 12 million people using Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. 3 million are regular core simmers. Yeah, so 75% are just have it on their Xbox, don't they, and just play it occasionally. Well, Hedges, have you spoken to Chewie much? Spoke to the team? No, I've actually met Chewie. I met him in Seattle when we were all invited to the Microsoft Flight Sim pre-beta launch event thing. It was quite nice. Nice chap. And I do follow him on socials. He does work. He works directly with Microsoft now, I think. But he's probably the one to know to ask all these questions. But yeah, it's this year. It's due out, isn't it? Daniel, would you consider flying the Innie Beluga in X-Plane 12? Was updated last year, not upgrade fee, though I still to fly it. Is it actually working properly? There might have been some issues with it. Stampede Flight Simulations just bought this aircraft. It's an absolute phenomenal. Got lots to learn still system-wise, otherwise enjoying it so far. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I mean, this is the best 737 you've got. There's a few things that need updating in it still, like arc turns, and the handling isn't bad at all. But yeah, it's a solid platform. It's just like being in a 7.3 in the cockpit. Sounds good too. Do you have custom shaders or colour scheme? No, I don't, Seamus East. Oh, and yeah, different audience on Xbox for sure. Absolutely, yeah. You know, it's going to be mostly people just having fun, aren't they? Doing loops and stuff, which is fine. Misery, how much of a difference can there be between actual altitude and altitude on the overhead before it gets uncomfortable for the passengers? That's a good question. So the pressurization schedule is based purely what you set on the overhead panel. Now, if you end up cruising at a different height, or if there's a big difference, it won't. You know, the pressure controller might try and pressurize for the incorrect height. I've never actually tried. I don't actually know what would happen, but yeah, we just make sure it's always updated. But yeah, you can climb right up to 41,000 feet. So long as you update the overhead panel on the pressure controller, it'll pressurize absolutely fine. Peter Twin, is it possible to fly the 737-700 and 800 BBJ? Deliveries exist, but there is no option on New Sky for the airframe in Alpaca. Make sure you write a message. I mean, I just have a very much a casual sort of. I don't do any of the legwork basically. So it's Dominic Mosina and Jordan who run the Virtual Airline 2 members of the channel. I'm just sort of taking the back seats, make it look like I'm doing all the hard work when I'm not. No, I'm joking. I'm happy to say I do absolutely nothing. But well, I did make one of the reward flights. So let me just share my screen here for a second. There we go. So here's our flight. Everything working well. So my airlines, we've got Alpaca Airways. 203 members. Don't forget to join. Very easy. Look at the video description below. Use the command !VA. I made an award, so that's the one I've made. But if I actually look at Alpaca Airways and awards, I made the British Isles tour. So you can earn these rewards. There's a world tour as well. I was actually quite surprised. Quite a few people have done it. Look at this. They've completed it already. It's amazing. But obviously you can fly whatever you want, whenever you want, or you can try and earn some rewards as well. I think the dev I've spoken to as well, he wants to have some more features in the future too. So things like complete 25 flights to the airline, 100 flights, etc, etc. Anyway, approaching top of descent. There's Cuba below. Looking good. Will Hedges, can you explain how the altitude ceiling for a plane is determined and which factors are considered? Well, that would be completed during testing. Now, could the aircraft go above 41,000 feet to certified maximum altitude? It could, but you're going to get to a point where low speed and high speed buffet is the same speed, and the ability to maintain safe lines is very difficult. So yeah, it'll be determined during testing as well. So 41,000 feet for the 737. It could fly higher. The limitation would probably be coffin corner, or there's also possible pressurization as well. Titter, what is the difference between VNAV path and VNAV speed? Have you not seen my most recent Instagram reel? Short VNAV, my VNAV meme. Yes, so VNAV speed, the aircraft will prioritise a speed, the descent speed in the FMC, or if you open the speed window, that. In VNAV path, it's following a lateral or computed path from the FMC and doesn't really care about the speed. That's, in a nutshell, the answer to that question. Right, anyway, we need to start setting up for the approach, so descent 250 below 100. I just saw your message, Peter, Twin. We'll do our best to answer that. Get the winds coming in as well. Oh, everything's running smoothly so far. It's not jinx it, eh? It does take a long time to generate these winds. Perfect. So the weather, it's not too bad actually. 03011. QNH is 1013. It's going to be an RMP approach today, guys. Runway 07. Ten miles, 4 miles. We're at 37,000 feet now. So that's going to be /111, roughly where top descent starts. Perfect, that looks good. So let's just check our routing. Go to legs. Start at Inari. What is this song? Right, there's Inari. Oh dear. Now this is something that PMDG really need to sort out. They've had every add-on, the Zebo mod, every other payware, freeware add-on has the ability to do curve turns and point merge. They can't do it, so they've got the FMC still has a waypoint with straight lines to model a curve, which is, yes, it's a workaround. In fact, this is how we would do it if it wasn't programmed in the FMC, but yes, hopefully at some point one day we'll have a nice DME arc turn. This DME arc is based off a distance of 13 miles, and they've generated all these points for it. And that takes us all the way to a waypoint called Lenar, and then from Lenar over the extended centre line to Usain, and no way! It's got to be. That has to be Usain Bolt. That's amazing, guys. Gotta go fly into Montego Bay. Usain Bolt. Amazing. That's funny. That's great. Right, we're going to modify this routing though. We're going to go from Asafar after that vector. So what I'm going to do is go from this point merge from Alpha Foxtrot 025 to Usain or Asafar. Oh yes, we've got the real reggae coming through now. Actually, you know what? We'll select the Asafar in here, wasn't it? Oh no, there wasn't an Asafar. So just want to check this routing. I still want to route via Usain Bolt. Ooh, doesn't like that, does it? That doesn't go anywhere near it. I think what we'll do is just go Usain. Get rid of the vector. Yeah, PMDG doesn't like that, does it? Struggling to that turn. So what I might do is actually go to Usain there. That's better. So it's a fly-by waypoint. That'll work out well. So we can sort of go via Usain and then Bolt. Good. So that's the arrival sorted. I've just modified the RNAV points. Sometimes stars don't smoothly transition onto the approach. It's always a pain when that happens. But we've just modified that. In reality, you probably get cleared very early direct at Asafa and then fly this transition. But we'll fly the arc initially. And then we're going to position onto the RMP approach runway 07. So RMP, no frequencies to tune. There is a VOR on the airfield though, so let me just select approach and have a look at the VOR approach. So we'll tune 15.7, which is the VOR, and then at least we've got something there. So 15.7. Very good, so that's done. The course is 071. Set that on the MCP. For an RNAV approach, there's no need to set the course here, but it's just as a sort of reminder of the runway course. It won't make any difference from a system point of view. Gadon is the final approach fix at 60 ME. We have... oh no, that's the VOR approach, isn't it? That's why. The final approach fix is Bolt from Usain Bolt. That's hard at 2,300. That checks in the FMC. Very good. Then go to Dunit 1550. That checks in the FMC down to the runway points, which is coded 2. The minimums are based off the missed approach climb gradient. So a steeper missed approach climb gradient of 5%. You can easily ascertain in the 737. You do that in the OPT to ensure you can do it. We can set the lower minimum of 526 feet. We can set that without making any changes because it's an LNAV VNAV minima, so this is a DA, decision altitude. We don't have to, it's not an MDA, so we can set 526. There we are. So frequencies, we've got the VORs backed up, courses are set, minimums 526. We're going to come in via Usain, then Bolt, final approach fix, down 3-degree path. That checks in the FMC. Oh my god, PMDG now put glide paths in. Oh, wonderful. It's only taken them about 2 years. So that's all coded. If I go around, I push toggle once, called go around flat 15, set go around thrust, positive rate of climb, gear up. 400 feet LNAV, climb on track 071 to 900 feet, so that's coded. Left turn to 4,000 feet, holding it RILD. There we go. Can't fly this approach if it's below 5 degrees. It's going to be a rare thing in Montego Bay. And aircraft approaching straight in, sector may proceed direct to Usain. Perfect. Oh, I've just seen a donation pop up. I don't know why the alert's not pinged up, but thank you very much indeed to Retro Fly Diffie for the $10. That'll ping up for any second, but he says, Captain, well here, on our way to Montego Bay. I hope there's no wacky... no wacky in someone's luggage. Oh, I was looking at some of our passengers. Looked a bit suspicious, the guy on the phone. I could comfortably say bacon without sounding like a Jamaican, say beer can.
50, 40,
let's see
30,
let's see what Microsoft
20,
Mike says.
10.
Yes, if you want to say bacon in Jamaican, just say beer can. Listen.
Captain, well here we are on our way Montego Bay. I hope there is no wacky-backy in someone's luggage. I can comfortably say bacon without sounding like a Jamaican, say beer can.
Not at all. Beer can. Cheers, Microsoft Mike. Thank you very much. Retrofly Diffie for your $10 donation. Very kind, sir. Yes, that's the thing, isn't it? Beer can. Yes, beer can. So questions here. So Matt Burgess, yeah, so we don't need to add 40 feet with LNAV VNAV minima because this is a decision altitude, so you can decide here. You'll notice here with LNAV minima it says MDA. It's treated like a non-precision approach, let's say, from a minima point of view, and that you must add 40 feet because remember, if you're in IMC or not visual at the minimums, you must not go below the MDA. That is a hard ceiling. Whereas DA, you can slightly dip below, as long as you decide at minimums whether to continue or go around. Can you change those glide slip angles on the legs page? No, not for pre-subscribed approaches. You can if you build one using a visual approach. I hope you're doing Cam. I hope you're doing well, Cam. Nice to see you here. Emily, your cat's feeling very sleepy on your route from Atlanta to New York. Very good. So how would they say beacon in Jamaica? Brilliant. Brilliant. Aaron Hastings, what were you saying here? I can recommend a flight from Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. Beautiful approach over the mountains, short hop from Montego Bay. It's another of the new handcrafted airports. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I did look at all the options, and this was sort of the biggest airport to fly into. Yes, we'll do an encore today, as I was sort of planning to do maybe 2 seconds, but it was a bit late. But what we'll do, we'll have a look at one of the landing challenges as requested by someone in chat for a bit of fun, eh? Anyway, the only other thing we need to look at is the landing performance just before we get any closer. So we've got 2,940 metres available, lovely long runway. Dispatch landing performance was absolutely fine. And let's go to performance stall landing en route. So the weather is lovely. So 03011, 24 degrees, 1013. It's beautiful. So we can input aircraft details. This actually is your estimated landing weight, which is great. We'll plan all reverse credit. We'll try order break 3 and VRF edition. Import weather in and aircraft details. Calculate. We only need 1,700 meters to land. I think that's unfactored in the PMDG. And we need 2,900, so that should be fine for Bravo. Happy days. Approaching top of descent, this is working out well. 400 kilos to burn, arriving with 3 tons, 3.4 on board, 400 kilos to burn, 61.8. Flap 30, order break 3, and we'll use second detent reverse. Oh, you've got ATC, fantastic. See it online. We'll pre-tune the frequency, wait for a ding-dong from ATC. And we're approaching descent, reset MCP altitude. So let's have a look at the start. Actually, we can use the charts here. So arrival. Oops, in there. It's not the nicest interface to use, but there's no restrictions at all. So what we'll do, we'll descend, just say to flight level 80 initially. VNAV out. We don't have that on our fleet, but I'll push the button now for VNAV path out of event. Just hit top of descent. Down we go. Top of descent chat. Let's go. All my landings are a challenge. Oh, Steve, mine too sometimes. Yes, I do need to play with the settings in the PMDG. Oh, look at all these little obscure islands here in the Caribbean, just south of Cuba. Oh, that bass you get in the PMDG, I really like that. Can you hear that? Real subtle bass. Listen. Oh, love that. It's really good, that sound. You get it in the real aircraft. Love that. It's very realistic. Let's turn this in back down slightly. Good, so monitoring the rate of descent, 3,000 feet per minute. It's going to maintain decimal 79 until it converts to an indicated airspeed of 273 knots. So you watch, as soon as we get to 273, it's going to switch from Mach, there you go, to indicated. Yeah, the PMDG sound design is top notch. Yeah, I think it's really good. I think the Zebo has its own sounds, which I like, but I think the PMDG is a little better. There is actually a sound pack for this as well from FT Sim Sounds, which I've never tried. Jamaica will be in the distance. What a lovely day to go flying. Flight Decker will get some 777 action when it's released. Absolutely. We've never flown a 777 on stream. I think Flight Factor is still making their V2 777 as well. That's been in the process of being made for years. There we are. Contact centre. Just check in with it is Kingston radar. Kingston radar, good evening. It's Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, descending flight level 80, inbound to Nibio.
Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, Kingston radar, good afternoon. Reset transponder squawk 6742.
6742 Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo.
Longhorn 72 Hotel, welcome to Frankfurt, downtime 30, taxi via Alpha to parking. Have a great day.
Taxi via Alpha to parking. Have a great day.
Perfect.
Longhorn M.
Greg Scott, so if HC do X speed on conversion, we can
Take
put
the
it in that
right
page.
Grumpy
Absolutely.
857 Heavy, 3,900 at top of descent.
Grumpy 867.
What's that called? Like Grumpy?
Heavy Kingston radar, hello, reset transponder squawk 6732.
6722 Grumpy
Oops,
867
forgot to set 10 degrees on it.
63 Kingston radar.
Bank angle.
Venice offline, but if there's terminated for stage 32.
What are you going to come by American
Flight deck would be interested to see the 2 as the flight factor is approved by Boeing to use at some American carriers procedural training. Really? I'd not. So the flight factor aircraft actually has approval to be used as training. That's really cool.
Alpaca 11 Tango Kingston radar, good afternoon. Reset transponder squawk 6772. Break. Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo radar contact. Cross Inari at 1515,000. The thanks to ATIS information Alpha Parent.
Just confirm that cleared level at Nari, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo.
1515,000.
Cross Nari at 15,000, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. Inari, that's it, 15,000. What I'll do is
And
put
Grumpy 867
below,
Heavy.
and I'll
Radar
set
contact 10
15,000
miles
here,
north of Nebo. Cross Inari at
even though it'll be below.
1515,000. ATIS information Alpha Current QNH 1013.
An area 15,000, and we have the weather, Grumpy 867.
Yeah, we got the
Alpaca
weather.
11 Tango radar contact 15 miles north of Nebo. Turn right heading 250, vectors for separation.
Heading 250, Alpaca 11 Tango.
Yeah, the Sims. Let's wait until we're on the ground first. It's looking promising, and it's so honestly, it's so much smoother, and it loads up quicker. Yeah, if you, I'm just gonna say, I'm not a fixer of things and whatnot, but it's gonna crash now.
Yeah, Grumpy 867,
Resetting it, regardless of what happens for the rest of the stream, has improved everything in the sim for me. It loads quicker, the menu is smoother. I'm getting much better performance. I'm not getting any weird jagged settings. I just leave the graphic settings recommended by Nvidia. I've knocked it down from ultra to high end. That's all I've done, and I could already see from having played around with sim for sort of 8-9 hours, albeit mostly leaving the autopilot on.
Okay, now you can continue your
Improvements.
descent across an area at 15,000.
Low feed lab. I dislike Microsoft Flight Sim. The fly aspect is not realistic. Yeah, it's. If you want realistically handling aircraft, it's okay. You know, the A2A simulations, for example, I think they've got a lot of stuff going externally to the sim to make that handle great, because that is a really nicely handling plane. But yeah, takeoff and landing and
78 or less.
all aircraft I've flown feel very similar.
Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, maintain 280 knots of greater into transition.
280 also greater, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. So exactly as, I think it was you, Steve, 280 or greater. What we'll do, we'll put 300 to help out ATC, and that's quite an accurate change there. So 300 knots, the thrust will come up now to do 1,000 feet per minute at 300 knots until it recaptures this new path. And this new path is steeper based off you flying 300 knots. So the way the aircraft's behaving now is very realistic. EMB, I've heard conflicting information about explaining v Microsoft Flight Sim for realistic handling characteristics. Listen, everyone has their own opinion. I've been flying for about 7,000, well, that's nearly 7,000 hours, and I've only flown the 737, so I'm very sort of only can really remember how this plane flies. And obviously, I've worked with Zebo in the past, and still do really. And it has sort of been tailored based off my feedback, not just my feedback but others as well. But I think a lot of pilots who actually fly planes do sort of prefer the dynamics of X-Plane. But I see the value of both sims. Microsoft Flight Sim, the graphics are superb, and to be fair to PMDG, this is handling spot on right now, the system's logic.
Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, turn right heading 170 vectors for the RNAV runway 07.
Riding 170 degrees vectors for RNAV 07, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. This is a nice little shortcut, 300 knots. Lots of work being done with Microsoft 2040 to improve flight dynamics, so I heard. I think mid 2024, but fair enough. But yeah, you know, your PPO and flying X-plane. Yeah, one thing Microsoft Flight Sim, it is the depiction of the world. So if you actually want to fly, say, a VFR sector, you can actually practice in another aircraft. You can use the autopilot, just look outside, give you a rough idea of what you can see on your next flight. But, you know, I'm here comparing between X-plane and Microsoft Flight Sim. Can you compare X-plane to real life? No, there's also another step. And there's things wrong with X-plane. So crosswind takeoffs and landings are really good in the Zemo mod, but you know, some elements of the handling aren't perfect. So you know, there is a if you fly a desktop simulator.
One Mike Bravo, continue to VSAT 15,000.
And send 15,000 Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. Until you actually get into a plane and fly it for real, you'll see how different a desktop simulator is. A desktop simulator is great for procedural training, but there is no desktop simulator which will teach you handling aspects accurately, as in how the sensation and feel is exactly in real life. What's a good height to turn GSX back on? Is it about 10,000 feet?
Alpha 1612, radar,
something I was told to do.
Reset transponder, squawk 6724.
Can just about see Jamaica on the horizon. Anthony, hope you're doing well. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well as well, Brendan. Good to see you here. Johns, to be honest, those of us who don't fly in real life have an opinion of what's not realistic and what isn't. Yeah, I mean, realism, we're only obviously talking about flying. When you look out the window here, or flying around the world, I mean, the lighting, the graphics, the depiction of the planet is significantly better than X-planes, and for a lot of people that's what's important.
Cross NRE at 15,000, H1012, latest information Alpha current.
Yeah, I agree. I think the weather depiction in Microsoft Flight Simulator is ahead of X-plane now. The modelling of wind changes and gusts though are not the most realistic. But yeah, I'd say the actual depiction of what the weather is out the window, Microsoft Flight Simulator is better. Oh, and was that a conflict alert in the background? Uh-oh.
Let's see here. Grumpy 867 heavy cross. NRE at 16,000.
NRE at 16,000, Grumpy 867 heavy.
Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo request further descent.
Roger. I'll get it to you here in just a second.
Standing by. Alright, well, he said 280 knots or greater, so one thing you could do to get some energy out the aircraft is reduce speed, but no lower than our assigned speed. So I'll go 280 knots, just go vertical speed. And we can then trade that potential for kinetic when we start descending, because look what happens when you get held high, your profile runs away. Very realistic, this happens all the time, sending in the UK.
This is the Toronto Airport, Rossville 2 departure, radar vectors to altitude, flight plan routes, maintain 5,000, expect highest frequency and squawk 67.
Yeah, we did our stream yesterday in the Duchess 76. I just find that with Ortho look great as well.
Sorry about that, one more time for Air Canada 96.
So when you get held high, bring your speed back as much as possible, but 280 knots or greater was my assigned speed, so there's nothing you can do here. We'll just have to use speed brake as we descend.
And squawk 6731.
Emily, I do a lot of real flights out of Stansted Airport, very cool.
Okay, 983 Heavy, read is correct. Push back a but your dispatch comments for taxi, this information Alpha current.
Weird. What on earth is that? Artifact there, it's to do with the missed approach, it's got a weird depiction.
Alpha 1 Mike Bravo, proceed direct to south across the south at 5,000, cleared on over 2007.
Route direct to Asafa and cleared RMP approach 07 Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. What was that waypoint called? Asafa, perfect, I found it. So Asafa and cleared R&P approach. So
Grumpy
executes
867, reduce
LNAV
speed
available.
260 knots or less.
LNAV.
260 or less, Grumpy
Ooh.
867.
Alright, LNAV, and then after Asafa,
Alpaca 11 Tango departing Nari
we
heading
can route to
190
Usain.
with RNAV and 07.
What has happened here with
Departing
the...
Nari heading 1.
Oh, there, I know what I've done.
Alpaca 11 Tango.
Alpaca 11 Tango.
4,000 feet high.
190.
Apologies,
So we said descent discretion, so 5,000 feet, level change. Should have probably done that
Alpaca 1
first.
Bravo, looks like you're turning left there, sir.
Yeah, it's put it on the wrong page. So now routing Asafa, then Usain, cleared RNAV, approach 07, Alpaca 1 by Bravo. Yes.
Roger, thanks, and just keep the speed up, please.
Yeah, we'll go about Alpaca 1 by Bravo. Yes, I put it on page 2. There we are, so that's not too bad. 2,000 feet high. Now I've actually got the correct routing in. We'll keep 280. We can actually go to 290, but bear in mind you do need to slow down. Approaching 5,000 feet. So we should probably, in descent, when you get the speed brake out, level change and speed up, you might see about 6,000 feet per minute. Which is, this is
Grumpy
realistic.
87
Again,
heavy
credit to PMDG, this rate of
10,000.
descent we're getting is what the real aircraft would do.
867 heavy.
That is completely normal if you're recovering speed. I've sort of done 5,000 feet per minute here, but you've got to be very aware of your cleared altitude with these sorts of rates of descent to avoid TAs and RAs. Sorry, charts again. Apologies. I can't see that, remember. So ATC will be happy because we've gone up to 300 knots. We're on profile, but bear in mind we need to slow down to 250 knots. So let's select 250, bleed the speed off. What's quite effective if you go VS, just set 500 feet per minute. Oh, don't climb though. Keep the speed brake out. Profile might again descend below you, but that's because we're slowing down. Keep the speed brake extended. Pro streamer alert.
12867, or Grumpy 867 heavy turn right heading 220.
So 5,000 feet, after
230,
5,000 we can
867
step down to
heavy.
3,000 feet at Usain. I'll start the flight recorder as well. There's 250 knots, so back to level
Alpaca
change.
11 Tango, descend 1010,000.
Descend 10,000, Alpaca 11 Tango.
Ah! Oh yes, GSX doesn't work when you're at 10,000, 250 knots, I remember. Right, flight recorder's on. Passing. Oops, forgot to put the seatbelt sign on. Postcode checks. Fuel 4 pumps, lights. Logo, don't need on. Angular bank set to 25. Pressurization 3.0 set. Seatbelts on. Recall. Checks complete. GSX, I don't care. I know. Go away. There we are. Select airport. That one.
Alpaca 1612 departing Nari heading
Well, I'm not ready
190
for any of
vector
that.
for the RNAV and 07.
GSX, but yeah, but I find GSX really buggy with pushbacks and things occasionally.
And Grumpy 867 heavy turn left heading 130.
130, Grumpy 867 heavy.
Kingston Radar, good afternoon, American 2618, flight level 320.
Now, as soon as you're back on path, you can go back to VNAV because we want to fly it for the approach. So VNAV, FMC speed. That should go to retard arm now. So FMC speed should change to retard arm because I'm on path on speed. It shouldn't be saying FMC speed.
Direct to South across.
I'm just going to recycle VNAV.
Cleared RNAV, approach runway 07.
Yeah, why it's saying FMC speed, I don't
11
know.
Tango, reduce speed 250 knots to left.
Yeah, we should go retard arm here now, not FMC speed. Mixed responses with GSX. There we are, there's
And
Jamaica.
Grumpy 867 heavy, if you can, 250 knots to left.
Yep, 250 or less, Grumpy 867 heavy.
And Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo 250 knots to greater.
250 or greater, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. There we are, I'm bound to Asafa.
And Alpha 161.
Alex, how often is VS used in descent? Whenever you need it, really. You can just select it, and as a good mode, it's quite nice if you want to do an exact rate of percent or slow down, or really try and maintain a CDA approaching cleared altitude if you're low. Misery Cat could be due to restriction FMC. 250 below 1000. Yeah, bit of speed break, so I'm just speeding up a bit there. Just update him one more time. Yeah, there's no restrictions there. Yeah, this looks great. Graphics are fantastic. Yeah, speed tape does jump up and down a lot more on Microsoft Flight Sim, but when it's completely smooth, it is stationary. Anyway, approaching 5,000. As discussed, we can step down to 3,000 feet. We have approaching 1 mile at Asafa.
Cross Asafa 5,000.
Approaching the decel point as well. And then it's Usain, then Bolt. Fantastic.
617 radar, good afternoon. You said transponder 6720.
Renegade 9, if you accidentally hit 260 under 10,000 for a short period, would there be any consequences? No, not at all.
Alpaca 11 Tango.
No. If you're grossly over, then yeah, you might hit something from ATC, especially under speed restrictions and buzzy airspace. But yeah, try and keep on top of it. So you can see here we've passed the decel point. The aircraft's now slowing down. So you can see drag is required again. Use speed brake.
Mike Bravo, meeting 210 knots or greater.
210 knots or greater. Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. So that's
Grumpy 8,
as soon as we start slowing down, we'll just make sure we maintain that speed. Now again, it's stopped at 227 knots. We should be doing 180. That's the recommended speed on base leg. So I'm going to open the speed window now and bug the up speed. We can select flap 1.
230 knots or less. Alpaca 1 Tango.
Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, surface wind 030 at 11, runway 07, clear to land.
Runway 07 clear to land, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. Good, approaching 1 mile from Usain, we can step down to 2,300 feet at Bolt. That's the final approach fix. We can go flat 5.
Heading 240, American 2618.
Alpaca 1612, descend 10,000.
Yeah, the drag model here is very nice with PMDG, perfect. Still got the speed brake extended. Look at the graphics here, though, it's so good.
With
Dense trees.
Mike Delta Papa.
So smooth in the sim as well. It's pegged at 60 FPS. Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, we do maintain 250 below 100, but if it's just slightly over, it's not the end of the world.
Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, speed at your discretion.
Free speed, Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo. Oh look, there's a shipping port.
Alpaca 67, radar contact.
Superb.
30 miles east of Raybug. Cross Imadi at 15, correction, flight level
Tom Knudsen, thank you very much for your donation, sir. Very, very kind. Thank you. Oh yes, big news. Big news.
Being English and most likely a Mercedes fan, what is your take on Lewis Hamilton now joining Scuderia Ferrari?
Crazy news, Tom. We've been chatting about it earlier. I can't believe it. I don't think anyone could believe it, really. What is the motivation for Lewis to go? Surely not money. He's got plenty. Ah, well. Don't know. Oh, crikey. I'm not concentrating at all here. Approaching descent, 600 feet. VNAV path, speed into vent, and down we go. Yeah, big news, isn't it, Tom? But the motivation, who knows? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who takes his place. Thanks for the donation, buddy. Anyway, but look, yeah, Ferrari. Everyone's going to say they've driven for Ferrari, though, haven't they? Right, so down we go on the RNAV approach. We can do some distance height cross checks. So use the distance here on an RNAV approach. So after done it, I've done it, 1550. Approaching that point there as well. Go flap 10.
Sunwing 731, I need you at an auto altitude of like 230-250.
Only red, which is cool.
Auto 230.
It's Rudolph's nose. Controversial. Bit of a crosswind here.
Northwest standby number 1.
Good, approaching 4 miles. Gear down, flap 15. Landing checklist. Start switch is continuous. Recall check. Speed brake. Arm green light. There we are. Landing gear down, 3 green. Order brake is 3 set. Holding at flaps. Flap 30. Don't forget, top of the white bar on the altimeter is 1,000 feet AGL. At that point, you want to set the missed approach altitude. That is 4,000 feet. So 4,000 feet set. Flaps 30 green light. Lights on. Checklist complete.
To the Mike Delta Papa Airport as filed. Maintain
Disconnecting auto throttle.
1,000.
Checks. Disconnecting autopilot. So flight directors on an RNAV approach. If the runway point's coded, you shouldn't need to recycle them.
Mike Delta Papa Fire.
Look at the scenery here. Look at the sea as well. It looks so good. Smidge high.
6726.
Pitch looks good. Power looks good.
731, back is correct.
Back to 57% now. This PMDG does pitch and power really nicely. The correct attitude thrust setting.
American 2618, descend 10,000.
20. Look at the wind changes there. Very sporadic in the sim. Checks.
500.
Checks. 3-1. Small corrections now. Continue.
400.
Checks. A little bit of a crosswind from the left here. A little bit downwind of the runway. Bit high on speed.
200.
Correcting. A little bit low. Keep descending though.
100.
Checked.
Again, a 983 heavy taxi via Echo Alpha, appointment 07
30,
1013.
20. 10.
Hold the attitude. Oh, lovely. Speed breaks up. This is what I mean. There's a 15 knot crosswind and nothing happened. I didn't use any rudder. 100 knots coming up. Manual braking.
1 Mike Bravo, welcome to the
80 knots.
Airport, downtown 52. Vacate right when you will taxi via Alpha to parking and give way to an Air Canada 787.
Next right, Alpha to parking, giving way to an Air Canada Alpaca 1 Mike Bravo, thanks to ATC, bye bye.
No problem, good night.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Montego Bay. That was very nice. Yeah, so there was like a 10 knot, 15 knot crosswind there, and I used no rudder, didn't need to. That's what this sim is lacking. It's sort of the behaviour of the aircraft and the flare and the crosswind is poor. I'm going to say it. But the whole experience, like pitch and power and flying and the graphics is fantastic. So I can see the advantage. I love it. It looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, we made it. Nice landing. Sim's not crashed. I think I've fixed the issue. Yay. Yeah, I'm confident I have, because you know, I was having so many issues before. I could trigger a crash. I could fire up an aircraft, and I just went to the external view, shook the camera like this, and it would crash every time. Now I can't force it anymore, which is great. So yeah, I'm really pleased that we've sort of got to the bottom of it. Right, we'll do an encore anyway after we've parked on and do the replay. We'll try one of the landing challenges for a bit of fun. We'll go for stand number. Let's do stand number 5 or something like that. I'll use GSX. We'll call a follow me car because I don't know where I'm going. Oh yes, 0. Yeah, I love it when GSX does this. Well, gate 5. Let's do that one. Request follow me. Yes, please. Let's do for West Indies. So GSX is doing its thing.
Version 108 Tango, you're clear to the Nassau Airport. Rosto 2 departure, radar vectors to Epson, Echo,
Drop the gear, sir.
India Mike, direct Inamu, flight plan route. Maintain 5,000.
Perfect. Looking good though. Oh, nice flare. But yeah, that crosswind was quite gusty at the end. Right, flaps are up. There should be a little follow me car coming. But there he is. Virgin Atlantic here. They do fly into Montego Bay, I think. There's our follow me car.
Turn right and taxi via Alpha, and my wheels were down there, buddy.
Oh, I apologize. Can't really see without looking outside of the left.
Turn around sharpish. Ah!
And Alpaca 11 Tango. Surface wind 030 at 11.
There's Lewis, yes, he's getting some practice for Ferrari. Follow me. It is cool. It is quirky GSX and it does some funny things, but it is cool. Right, thanks Follow Me car. I don't know where you came from. Let's do the rest for clean up.
Version 108 Tango, go ahead with your retract.
Virgin's got a long flight back to the UK. Oh, he's going to Nassau, did he say?
Flight plan route. Departures with you, squawk 675 version 108 Tango.
Version 108 Tango, retract.
There we are, that's starting. Ah, we can't keep up with the Follow Me car.
After we'll contact you about version 108 Tango.
2618 to see director south across south at 5,000. They're on as a present 07.
So yeah, this is one of the free airport updates by Gaia Simulations for SimWorld Update 16. I think they work quite closely with Microsoft Flight Simulator, but yeah, it looks great. I disabled the default jetways as requested by GSX. Thomas, that was at you landing. Your wheels were down. No, I did see them. I think they just took a while to load in. Sorry, I just seen your feet. You've forgotten your question you wanted to ask.
Roger, thank you. Continue your approach traffic profile.
Yeah, this sim is... the graphics are just superb. What are you doing up there, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? That's not where you go. What? What on earth? Fair enough. When's he going to tell me to stop as well? Oh no, he's going to... What? 15 meters? I'm going to hit the building. Oh no, I think that's to do with the default profile, isn't it? I'm stopping there. I'm stopping. I can't go any closer. I've already gone through stairs. 5.8 meters. I guess there's no GSX profile, is it? He's yeah, boy. Oh, ha ha, ha ha ha. Andy M71. Right. Well, I'll bring it to a stop there. It's not going to be happy, is it? Where's he gone? It's going to trip GSX, isn't it? It's not going to like that. Request deboarding. Let's see what happens. Oh dear, I don't think anything's going to connect, is it? Right, that can come off. We'll leave it at transit setup state. Let's do that. There we go. Transit shutdown is complete. Well, at least the air bridge is sort of connected correctly. Well, it's a gigantic, wide... well, no, look, it's still nowhere near far forward. I mean, the air bridge design's not great. I've upset GSX now, I think. Oh! Request ground pound, no, because I'm going to do a replay. So, my flight's closed. Shall we see how I scored first? I'll just end New Sky. So, stop recording. Let's see how I scored on New Sky on my flight. Let me just share the page. I have to do my entire screen. Right, logger. How do I end the flight? Is it here? Close? Oh, no. How do I end the flight? No, how do I end the flight again, guys? Actions. I can't remember how to end. Yes, close. Oh, really? Is that to actually end the flight properly? Jordan, yes, Jordan. Yeah, close flight, thank you. What did I get? What was my score? 9.9. Why not 10? Oh, I made $10,000 for Alpaca Airways. 9.9 off centerline, 4.6 meters. Perfect score under 4 meters. Oh, it's harsh. Harsh. What's this? Oh, my landing. What was my G? Yes, very light. Very good. Oh, if you turn the anti-car light off, it pops off on its own. Oh, really? Didn't know that. Anyway, not a perfect 10. Love it. Right, anyway, I'll do a replay. Let me just log off of VATSIM here. Look, all the aircraft coming in as well. Yeah, this is the free... Well, we need a GSX profile for this airport, clearly. But this is one of the free update airports as well. At 9 for 9 because you didn't help the guy from the roof. Fantastic. Right, anyway, let's log off of VATSIM. I'm just glad we had no issues. We'll do a replay and then we'll do an encore. We'll do the landing challenge which someone suggested. What's the... I don't even know what the landing challenge is for the Caribbean one, but let's have a look here. I'll just disconnect from VATSIM. Thanks to that controller for the ATC. Always improves immersion. That's done, that's done. I'm just doing stuff at the background here. I need to load the panel state as well. I'll have a look at some of the comments. I think when I do multiple sectors in Microsoft Flight Sim, I'm not going to do replays just in case it breaks the aircraft. I've also noticed loading panel states is a lot quicker since I've done the fix. So I'm just going to disable GSX as well. Right, just quickly configure this for landing.
You need to start the engines to request ground services.
Yes, I know, GSX, it's fine. Perfect. Would like to see a sweat, brilliant. Do a failure every minute challenge. No, every 6 minutes is the maximum I could do. Next you feel better for my centerline landings. Wasn't that far off? Let's have a look here, replay.
80 knots.
Yeah, the sim is definitely running so much smoother now. Oh, I'm not doing the replay music. How unprofessional of me. Yeah, so we had a good gusty wind, and it looks like that's the case from here, but let's just have a look at the flare. Oh, the FPS is lovely. So I used no rudder here. I didn't feel like I needed to. I used a smidge. That wasn't that far off centerline. 200 feet per minute according to the little overlay at the bottom. Not bad. Let's do one from here. Oh, we're going to do an encore, aren't we? So, let's see what it looks like there. Oh, the speed break, that's just the replay animation. There we go. Yeah, the graphics are phenomenal. The water looks so good. Yeah, it was a bit harsh with the centerline tracking, I think. The replay doesn't have any input on the flight controls, does it? No. Yeah, the stabilizers jumping up and down is really realistic. That is cool. Let's have a look here from the passenger. Oh, no, the spoilers are moving. Yeah, that was a good landing. I'll take it. Oh no, it's like a little... I was going to say it's got some detail, but no, it's just a 2D image, isn't it? Yeah, thank you, Steve M. Yeah, I think I've sorted it. I can't cause it to crash anymore, and it's buttery smooth. Buttery smooth. Right then, guys. Well, should we do an encore? I've never... Well, have I ever done an encore? I don't think I have. So what we'll do is... Instead of ending the stream here, I'll stop the replay, bring the aircraft to a stop, and we'll go to the menu, as it's a bit of a sort of a bit of a fun stream. Anyway, let's do that, best that, and we'll listen to the soothing sounds of Microsoft Flight Simulator's menu music, and then someone said do the landing challenge. This will be a bit of fun, I think. Is it in some sort of default aircraft? Not sure, not sure. Yeah, harsh on the centerline tracking. But it, before when I used to quit a flight, I'd spend about a minute in this screen before loading in the menu. This is actually going slower than I thought it would. When I was testing it after doing a clean reinstall, this would load really, really quickly. They've started a trend. We all now have to reinstall the sim. Again, yeah, this is what I think has worked for me. What might work for me might not work for someone else. And certainly I've had people comment saying I've tried a clean reinstall and even just stock default Microsoft Flight Simulator is not working properly. Anyway, let's have a look here. So, because I've got the world update installed, it should come up as a landing challenge, shouldn't it? Is it under famous, epic, or strong wind? Oh no, these are all OG ones, aren't they? How do I do the ones unique to the... Oh, you always do a clean install after a sim update? Really? Every time? Oh, here we go. Haiti, Bahamas. So these are the new ones. Well, let's do this one. Is it in a King Air? What's the world top 1.8 million points? Right, let's try this. Can you remember when I got early access to this before release, and we were doing loads of landing challenges, and then there's like 8,000 people watching the stream or something crazy. No wonder the Microsoft Flight Sim download slow Flight Sim gets everyone to reinstall. Like I said, it might not work for you. It might not work for you. Oh crikey, stock airplane. Oh my god. Where's the airport?
Landing here.
Oh, I can tell it's a stock plane. I can't see this airport. Oh, look at the default views. Well, where's the airport? Right, well I'm hand flying a King Air with multiple screens in it. Christ. Where's this airport? Well, I can't even see it. I can't see anything on the map. I'm doing 200 knots. I don't know what the speeds are in the aircraft. Where's this airport? Oh, it's there. MKJS. Okay, we're miles away. Oh, you're making me do a landing challenge miles away. Yeah, can someone find some King Air speeds? Alright, I'll level off at 1400 feet until I get a bit closer. I'm a bit low in the seat here as well, that's better. Is this what the modern King Air looks like? It's fantastic, isn't it? Very fancy, all glass cockpits. Pacifica, classic FSX airline. Classic. Oh, no, I've got nothing that works. Like, none of the viewpoints. Right, when I get a bit closer, I'll try configuring. I can't even see this airport. Well, I was hoping it was going to put me on like a 3-mile final, but instead, oh no, it's put me miles away. Right, so is that trimmed? Oh, the trim's really sensitive. World Travel Airlines. What was the other airline? Pacifica is this one. World Travel Airlines. What was it? Orbit. Orbit Airlines. Classic FSX liveries. Well, thank you so much for putting me so far away. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Landing challenge. I can't reset. Ah, the views. The views! Let's get a bit more speed out of the aircraft. Yeah, it doesn't look like the most exciting challenge, no. I'll just keep descending. How quickly can I slow down? That's the question. Yeah, Orbit Airlines. I used to fly Orbit. World Travel, Orbit, Pacifica, and the default ATC. Difficult is finding the airport, I know. I've cranked it up to 180 knots. You imagine the nostalgia. I should probably just reinstall Microsoft Flight Sim 2002, do a default flight, the 737-400 with the flat panels. Probably wouldn't work if I tried to plug in the Boeing yoke.
Welcome.
Yeah, you can tell it's a... Oh, there it is. I found the airport. Oh, okay, it's quite close actually.
Landing here. Landing here. Landing
What's the maximum flat placard speed for gear?
Landing here. Landing here. Landing here. Landing. Landing. Landing here.
I I don't know any of that. I like to do a bit of research before I stream aircraft. I haven't got a clue.
Landing here.
Drop the gear now. What's the way to get maximum points? Find approach speed in a King Air? Oh, I see red bars. Okay, I'll do about 100 knots. 105? Okay. I presume I've got max RPM and fuel. I'm a bit destabilised here. But it only scores you on the landing, doesn't it? Where's the wind? I'm trying to work out where the wind's coming from. There's probably no wind. 109 knots, okay. Right, there's 109 plugged, or 106. I feel a bit high, but I feel the touchdown zones, the trees are in the way. $500. So enthusiastic. Well, I'm gonna have to take some trees out if I want to. I've got to get it right in the blue bit, haven't I, to get maximum points? Oh, it's a bit bumpy. Oh, I feel a bit high here, but any low, I'm gonna hit the trees. Oh no, I can see the threshold lights, so I was getting confused. So I can actually see the touchdown zone. Oh, crikey, it's a bit bumpy. Doing like 1,000 feet per minute. Right, I'll do my best to. Oh, a bit firm. Oh, I've got full right rudder, come on! Not done one of these in ages. I don't think we'll be breaking the record. How did I score? An A grade? I'll take it. 1.1 million. Next. I was poor on smoothness and ground roll. Oh dear, oh dear. You, Jammy. Yeah, that's an A grade. That's an A grade. That's what you need to pass. Thing is, that's, yeah, any turboprop, isn't it, Escobar? I mean, what was it you flew before you got your 1,500 hours? It was King Air, wasn't it? So yeah, you'd be familiar. Yeah, you'll get used to descent planning and descent management in the 7.3 now you're flying on the line. It's tricky. Shepard would like me to go to Par Airport. Yeah, well, I'll keep streaming till 12:30. Because I was going to do 2 sectors. What, landing challenge Paro? Yeah, because I think the landing challenges are... But that one's a bit boring, if I'm honest.
Welcome.
Thanks for subscribing there, Marissa Rose. Hope you're doing well. I've never done these bush trips as well. I'm not going to do one now, but yeah, I think they've got some new ones here, haven't they? Look, Cuba and Puerto Rico memoirs. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are a bit of fun. When my second ever stream, Microsoft Flight Simulator, we did the landing challenges. God, they've got some classics here. All right, I'm going to ignore all requests. Where's the Wright brothers? I've got my Boeing yoke. Spruce goose. Oh yeah, I'll do the landing and where's the 300 hours logged? No, I don't want to get the Maverick thing. How do I do the Dubai one? That one, yeah. I've not done this one. I've got to install it. Crikey. Play parts 2. I'll do one of the landing. Yeah, I'll do the landing challenge. I'm being very indecisive here. So activities. Landing challenge. Oh no, flight training. Well, I could do with some of that, to be fair. Landing challenge. And what else? Was there any under strong wind that's new? No, they're all the OG ones. Epic. So is this one under epic, and then under famous? Ooh, Oh, 747 one. Look. Oh, I did that one. Look, grade B. Alright, I'll do this. I'll do the jumbo one, and we'll call it a day. Where's this? Porto Plata. Oh, that's where. What's his name mentioned here? And we've got to land the default 747. Landing at the airport could prove challenging due in part of the area's fickle winds and the dense foliage surrounding the airport that can obscure views of the runway. Pilots need to pay close attention to atmospheric conditions whilst guiding the 747 onto final and be ready to adjust for gusts and downdrafts. Right, I've got it. Moen, I've not missed the crash desktop yet, have you? No, it's running smoothly. Everything seems to be a-okay. Do the missions recreate the FS6 including the voice actor? Yeah, I remember those voice actors. Can you remember that 737 mission into Area 51? They had to fly through a cave or something. I really got these sketchy memories of the past doing these events. Right, default 747. Oh no, actually this has probably been modded, hasn't it, by what was the team that's done it? Oh great, I can't see any airport. Oh crikey, what's it left me? I've got what, like engine oil temp and nothing on my ND. Alright, oh, for the airport's over there, and it's left me clean. Right, well, flat one. Thanks Microsoft. I've got no descent information. Oh, it's the autopilot. Oh, the autopilot's in doing VS heading hold. I don't need any of that. Alright. Oh, the autothrottle's on as well. Working title. Thanks, working title. I can't see the airport. I'm descending into mist. Dropping the gear. Flaps 10. I've got no approach speeds in the FMC. I've got no click spots. I've got no... no! I don't even know what my final approach speed is.
2500.
Yes, terrain noted. The lighting in here is poor. Oh my god, it's so slow. Oh my god, it handles like an absolute pig. Well, it is a 7.4, I suppose. I've got no... I don't even know what speed I'm meant to be flying. Very clicky. Turn off these flight directors. I'm just descending into... Oh, the airport's there. Flipping heck. Yeah, I'm flying a base. And I'm very high. Right. I feel I'm flying too slowly. Oh, and I only have control of 2 engines, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, crap. How do I? Okay, I'm gonna have to use the auto throttle. I've got no choice, and I'm just gonna have to wind that to 100 knots after I've landed. It's the only way it's gonna work. I'm very high. Right. Actually, why don't I do that? That's better. Well, I'll use the auto throttle till touchdown. That picture looks a bit better now. Still a bit high. Ignore my 2,000 foot per minute rate of descent. It's all good. All good. Bit high still. I've got a 20 knot crosswind. I'm having to use the auto throttle now till touchdown. Because I've got no control of my thrust levers. Gear is down. Right, getting ready to turn the auto. I'm just going to bug 100. I think the only way to do this is bug 100 knots. Crikey, the pappies are not good with the trees, are they? You wouldn't be on 2 reds, 2 whites, would you?
200.
Right above 1.3G manoeuvre margin here.
100.
Right, go auto throttle, go! Oh, I hit a tree! Oh, well, it's a stupid... Who planned this landing challenge? The pappy shown perfectly high. I'm on the perfect height. Just ridiculous. Well, how are you meant to do it if you're going to hit the trees and follow the pappies? Right, whoever published this landing challenge needs to have a long hard look in the mirror and realise what they have done. Shame. I can't do any better than that. I was That is unacceptable. What are you meant to do? 4 whites? It's the only way. Right. Who designed this airport? Well, the airport's fine. It's just these very silly trees that have been planted there. Well, I'm going to have to go 4 whites. Right. So I think now I know where the airport is, and they sort of left it all set up, doing vertical speed, but 10,000 feet per minute clean. It's a very random configuration. Probably made on a Friday at 4. I think so, Cat. I think not a huge amount of effort went into that landing challenge. They went, right, let's just whack in there 7-4, 7-1. Yeah, the pappies, yeah. Just don't follow them. What were my pappies at the time of collision? Was it 3 whites? Unbelievable. That wasn't much attention given. Can't do auto. I mean, there's any ILS here. It's fine. Let's just get the flaps out nice and early. Now I know where the airport is. It's there, look. Is that some sort of, like, correct approach onto this runway, then? I had 3 whites, right. So thanks, Alex. So this landing challenge, if you follow the pappies and stay high 3 whites, you collide with the trees and fail the landing challenge. I mean, come on, Microsoft. Anyway, like I said, most people doing these things are probably kids and stuff having fun, aren't they? So maybe I'm just taking it too seriously. Basically, I flew the profile as realistically as I possibly could. Someone said use F1 and F2 for the engines. Does that actually work? Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll just disconnect the auto throttle last second, then press F1. Okay. My airplane. Turn off these flight directors. Oh! What? I pressed disconnect the autopilot. Stupid thing. Oh, now I'm really high again! Ugh! Yeah, no, I agree. What's the challenge if you have to do it the right way and it ends up the wrong way? Yeah, I know. You could. Well, I'm going to have to purposely follow the pappies. Oh, 2,500 feet per minute, 1,000 feet to go. That would be a chat with the chief pilot. Right. Well, I'm going to have to stay 4 whites. Check. Right. So for the record, don't fly the pappies because you fail the landing challenge. Don't follow 3 whites because you'll fail the landing challenge. I'm going to come down on like a 5-degree path and flare last second. Getting some interesting noises to sample. Yeah, it's me manhandling this plane. Right, I'm going to keep that angle now. It's the only way to pass the flipping test. Right, that's it. So keep that picture, otherwise you fail. I'm just going to dive last second. If I get a terrain warning, you know why. Right, silly thing. Right, there we go. I pressed F1. So high. At least I'm not going to fail it.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, a bit early. Oh, minus 500. Well, I've only got reverses on 2 engines, remember. World travel classic. Oh dear, this is very arcadey. It's like going to the beach into one of those machines that you pay £2 in. Anyway, well, got it down. Let's see how I scored in the impossible possible challenge. A C! Oh! That's ridiculous. Not doing that one ever again. Guys, I'm going to call it a night. It's coming into 10:30. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm very confident I've fixed my issues by completely uninstalling and reinstalling Microsoft Flight Simulator. The sim is running smoother. I'm able to sort of do things that I could do before with no issues. May I perhaps suggest that if you're running into crashed desktops as well, it might not fix the issue for you. It has done for me, and starting from scratch, whereas I hadn't uninstalled Microsoft Flight Simulator, well, 2.5 years since I installed it when I bought the PC. So yes, it works out all fine today. So I hope you enjoyed the little flight from Miami to Montego Bay, and a little encore as well with some funny landing challenges. Yes, if you want to laugh, you can always try those. Anyway, thank you once again for popping in, to all of you and to all the members for your continued support, to everyone that donated. Thanks for your generosity. Enjoy the rest of your 1st of February, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all again soon. Good night from me.